morning to Dr. Zaki and Dr. Ika and my fellow friends. This is a video about Be Wise with Microplastics BWMP 2022 presented by Team 2 ACES. Plastics is used worldwide and causes pollution everywhere around the earth. What worse is that plastics could even break down to microplastic, which may be harmful to human and environment. Therefore, we are hereby to conduct research about microplastics. The objective of our study is to understand the threat of microplastics from various aspects, to spread and raise awareness of microplastic to the public, to improve effectiveness by using benchmarking method, to develop ourselves into sustainable development.
Now I will explain about sustainable development. According to Brownland Commission 1987, sustainable development is the development that meets the needs of the present without compromising on the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. The concept of sustainable development is to maintain different needs against the awareness of the environment, social and economic limitations that we face as a society. There are 17 Sustainable Development Goals that are actually adopted by the United Nations in 2015 to end poverty, protect planet, and ensure all people enjoy peace and prosperity by 2030. I'll move on to benchmarking. Benchmarking is the comparison of a performance derived from one business or between other two or more business. The main purpose of benchmarking is to improve the performance or reduce the performance gap between business. There are two types of benchmarking, which are internal and external benchmarking, and they can be further distilled into strategic benchmarking, process benchmarking, and performance benchmarking. The benefits of benchmarking is that it can help the business to meet the standards of a company, it can improve the performance of a company, and also it can promote customer satisfaction by gathering feedback from the customers.
Next, microplastic are pieces of plastic that are less than 5 mm. The main source are the washing of synthetic clothing, 35% of primary microplastic, abrasion of tires when driving, 28%, and the addition of microplastic to personal care item, which is 2%. Malaysia is one of the top 10 nations facing threat due to the improper plastic waste management. Microplastic is affecting the human health due to the presence of chemical in it. Accumulation of microplastic can block the blood flow and damage the cardiac tissue in activity. Next, plastic is most frequently used in construction materials like pipes and packaging, in medical sectors for infection of contamination controls. According to a 2019 research funded by the World Wide Fund for Nature, Malaysia has Asia's second highest yearly per capita plastic consumption. While plastic is resilient, this is also implies that if improperly managed, plastic garbage may be kept in our environment. Effect of plastic consumption, it affects the marine ecosystem food chains that will affect wildlife habitat and human health. It also disrupts the photosynthesis process.
Current status of efforts towards sustainability. As far as we can see, many countries globally and locally are making more progress. That's the beginning point of taking efforts towards sustainability. Locally, Malaysia are taking more efforts to enhance the sustainability which impact the education, medical, economy sector. Globally, United Nations have set up 17 Sustainable Development Goals to fulfill all the basic needs of every human. These are the 17 Sustainable Development Goals.
Next, I will talk about impact on sustainable development in a benchmarking task. Benchmarking improves efficiency and effectiveness of the idea of sustainable development between organizations. It also increases the competency of sustainable development between organizations, and there are indicators to measure, track, and compare for every organization, and these are the indicators. Okay.
These are the solutions have been taken locally and globally. Most of the countries are practicing reduce, recycle, reuse because they found it is very effective. And also Malaysia practices that. Malaysia is having no free plastic campaign day every year to raise awareness. Also, it applies that each plastic that we bought will be made charges about 20 cents. And also public uses biodegradable plastics. The Malaysian government is very encouraging the public to use own bag for shopping. And also, internationally, the European Commission have amended ban on products that had microplastic and single-use plastic products. In Singapore, we can see they are using the method incineration of sewage sludge, which to avoid soil contamination due to the microplastic. Furthermore, most of countries have been using the wastewater treatment plant to filter microplastics.